Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sam here from Gemini Martial Arts team, and today on this beautiful sunny morning we're going to be going over some very basic Taekwondo combinations for kids or for those who are starting their very first Taekwondo class. Booyah!
The other day I went to Ben's pub. It was really manky. Yuck.
Okay guys, welcome to this video about basic Taekwondo combinations for children, for lower grades, or for those going into first time sparring. Now this is actually designed for beginners, people who haven't done Taekwondo before, they want to get into it, they want to get a little bit fit, so they're saying, okay, what can I expect to do in a Taekwondo sparring situation when I go to my first few classes or first competition? So, we're not going to do anything fancy because obviously this is designed for children, and when I'm talking children, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7-year-olds. I first started competing when I was 12. And even then I still learned very basic stuff. Before then you got a lot more complicated. You have to learn how to crawl before you walk, before you run. So, kids who come to our class, we're getting them ready for their first few sparring sessions. They've got their big head guard on, which seems about twice the size of their head. They've got big massive gloves, big sparring boots, body armor, maybe if they're doing WT Taekwondo. But the first combination we're going to be doing it from a southpaw stance. Southpaw is when your left leg is behind. So, first technique, very basic, we're going to do with our back leg. We're going to come forwards, 45-degree kick, land, and then we're going to skip and do a second 45-degree kick. Very, very basic. So from here, southpaw, 45-degree kick to our opponent's trunk. We land, our opponent has now retreated back, we're going to skip and catch with another 45-degree kick. This particular technique is actually teaching the student to actually chase their opponent down. It's not a case of, let's throw a kick, oh, they've now moved out of distance, or I've struck them, they've moved back, and I'm going to stay here. We're trying to teach them subtly and gradually how to then start chasing your opponent. So the chase will then start coming through the skip. It's teaching your opponent to be aggressive. So again, from here, bam, to the trunk, we've either scored and our opponent's moved back, or our opponent has retreated completely other way, they've taken a slide back. So we're going to follow through, bam, and catch also with a 45-degree kick to our opponent's trunk. Okay guys, so our next combination is going to be a nice basic hand and leg combination. From here, we'll start off in our orthodox stance. We'll change our stances around as we go because it's encouraging our students to then find what they're most comfortable with. Are they most comfortable fighting in an orthodox stance with their right leg behind, or do they prefer doing it in a southpaw with their left leg behind? So this one is going to be an orthodox stance. And from here, this is more for an ITF Taekwondo because our punch is going to be coming to the head. So from here, we're going to do jab, cross, and roundhouse kick to the body. Again, jab, cross, roundhouse kick to the body. This combination is teaching two things. One, it's encouraging your student to then start using their hands in combination with the legs, so they're not just getting used to just throwing punches, they're not just used to throwing kicks, they're learning how to combine the two together to make combinations. And two, it's teaching your student to strike different parts of your opponent. So the jab and the cross go to your opponent's head. Your opponent's attention is now focused on defending their head, leaving their body exposed, enabling your student to then strike to the body. So, again, jab, cross, roundhouse kick to the body. Okay guys, so our third combination is going to be a chase down technique again, using our lead legs. So this combination, we're going to be, again, in orthodox stance. And from here, we're going to be coming up, throwing a lead leg side kick. Lead leg side kicks are very common in ITF sparring, very common in various forms of kickboxing, and they're actually becoming quite popular in WT Taekwondo as well. But in WT Taekwondo, they'll be up, just with their leg up here, called a cut kick, just keeping their opponent at bay. If you've seen some of my previous videos, we call this technique the beast for various reasons. I'm not going to cover it over here, but our leg will be up like so and we can chase our opponent around. So from here, we're going to teach our students to slide up, do a side kick, and then put it down. Our opponent has now backed off, so we're going to chase our opponent down again. We're not just going to do our side kick, bam, and retract. We're going to do side kick, down, chase our opponent for another side kick. Again, it's teaching your student to be the offender, the aggressor. So from here, side kick 1, down, side kick 2, down. Nice straightforward, nice linear technique. 1, down, 2, down. These side kicks as well go to midsection. Okay guys, so our fourth combination is going to be from our southpaw stance. And we're going to start off like we did with technique number 1. We're going to start with a rear leg 45-degree kick to our opponent's midsection. Land that kick, followed through by a back kick. Again, a nice linear, straightforward technique. Again, teaching your opponent to go on the offensive. Again, teaching your opponent to say, okay, I could have thrown this 45-degree kick. My opponent has now backed off, or I've missed the target, I've landed. Instead of waiting here now for our opponent to counterattack, I'm going to keep up the momentum and chase him down, which you then turn into a back kick, going again for your opponent's midsection or chest level. So that technique again, southpaw stance, 45, land, back kick, land. Again, 45 to midsection, land, back kick to midsection, land. Okay, and that, guys, is 4 different combination kicks for little kids getting into Taekwondo for the first time, or doing their first sparring in class, or doing their first competitions. Very basic, easy to learn, nothing flash or technical, but enough just to teach them some very basic skills. Keep moving forwards, keeping the aggressor, getting them used to different stances, getting them used to using their hands as well as their legs, getting them used to actually striking different areas like the face and the body. Give them a play around, guys, see how they work for you or your students. Stay safe, train hard, keep listening to 9 Inch Nails because they're the best band around, and I'll see you all in the next video. Booyah!
Get serious, listen dog, I laugh at you. It's a kick, let me throw some math at you. Oh, what's 2 times 2?
I know at the end of the day, you'll always come back.